going on? What's going on? So, thanks for tuning in for value. And starting today, every Sunday, every Sunday, me, thanks for tuning in for value. Every Sunday, I'm going to be live. This uh, first day, I'm going to be doing this for so right now, I'm broadcasting not only for value topic, really, I would say, show about nothing. Show about nothing is basically an idea that I got to find. Show about nothing because I don't have to set top of the idea. You know, audience, also, uh, I just focus on one thing I do want to focus on. A lot of people fail to plan. Well, there's a third of America fails to plan. Planning fails. So, with that said, is whatever you have a satisfied, a lot of folks answer what could you do for your but the reality is whether it's that plan to get the point B to that point A. Now, how do you get what kind of move you take that most right? Those are type of things that I do matter, that matter, after matter.
Check, mic check. Mic check. All right, look, so this damn microphone's not working. I gotta get that fixed. Now I got two microphones that are down. The damn microphone was working well the other day. I don't know why it's not working right now. But hey, that's a technical issue. So basically, I've been on this live for 5 minutes talking and the microphone doesn't work. So basically, what I was saying is, look, every Sunday, I'm going to be doing this show about nothing every Sunday, starting at around noon. And I'm doing this because I want to make sure that if folks want to tune into the channel, they have a set time where they can actually reach the channel and reach me and talk, and we have a conversation on live, talk about whatever the case may be. So a show about nothing is an idea that I got, and I've seen other folks reference this idea back to Seinfeld, where Seinfeld, they were pitching the idea, say, hey, how about we make a show about nothing? And then they pitched the idea, a show about nothing, right? So as ridiculous as it sounds, essentially is just a show about nothing, where I am just whatever idea that comes to mind, or whatever any of you in the audience have a question or comment or a topic to talk about, we talk about it. So my plan is every Sunday, 20, 30, an hour even, just to talk about different things that's going on, whatever comes to mind. One thing I want to talk about that comes to mind to me is planning for the future. I noticed that a lot of folks, essentially, there's a saying in the military where if you do not have a plan, you are planning to fail. And I repeat that: if you do not have a plan, you are planning to fail. So, plan. If you do not plan, you are planning to fail. So make sure you have a plan and whatever you want to do. And with that plan, you need to, take steps to get close to that plan. So you got a plan, and right now you're not doing what you need to do to get closer to the destination of that plan or to achieve that goal, then you need to fix what you're doing, right? You need to fix it. The analogy I like to use is a step ladder, where you're at the bottom of the step ladder, and there's different steps to get to the top, which is your goal, your destination. All right, so what are you doing to get to the first step, to the second step, the third step, so that you can make your way to get to that, your destination, to reach your goal. So plan. And even when you do achieve your goal, the planning does not stop. The strategizing does not stop, right? Another way to look at it is you look at those guys that play chess, and they're so good in their strategy where they can have different boards set up, right? And they can play this board with one strategy, play this board with another strategy, and play this board with another strategy. So that's basically how you got to go about life, man. You got to, plan using different strategies on different levels and different playing fields. And that's how you need to go about doing things. I tell you this. I got to where I'm at now. Some say luck. Some say they don't. There is no luck. They don't believe in luck. I say there is. I do believe in luck. That there is luck. However, there's also work that needs to get put in that helps you get to where you want to go, so that things do work out in the way you want them to. I strategize, and I got lucky. And the combination of all that, I got to be where I'm at now. Life is not perfect, but life is good. I tell you that. Life is good. And I'm still moving forward with things. one thing I really want to do is I want to travel more, and that's what I have in motion with my plan because I want to be able to travel more. Not necessarily for YouTube purposes, but I want to be able to see the world and experience different societies and different cultures and in the way that I'd always dreamed, right? And now I'm in a position where I can actually make that happen. So that's good. Some of you folks out there who are watching this are living your dream. Good. I encourage you to encourage others to live their dream and show them the different steps they can take to get there, right? So that's all. That's all I want to say on that. Uh, I think one thing personally, which I don't usually get too personal on this channel, but one thing personally I like to mention is I think it's really important to spend time with family, and if you got kids, you know, do whatever you can to prepare your kids for the future so that you know they can enjoy the fruits of your labor, or they can just go about life with some sort of head start, right? I heard I've heard many people say, "Hey, if I worked hard and to get to where I'm at, and all the things I had to do to get to where I'm at, my kids are going to do the same damn thing," right? I get that mindset as you want to teach your kids to get there. However, also a lot of kids get far in life because they were given a head start. So if I can give my kid a head start some way, I'm going to do that, right? And I think it's smart to do that because life ain't fair. This playing field in life is not fair, and whatever you got to do to get your kids set up for the future that's in your power, man. You should go about doing that. That's what I believe. But enough of that. Anybody out there got any questions? Any comments? The first 6 minutes of the audio was not working. It's my bad, folks. The microphone that I have, I cannot get it to work well. It does work, but I can't get it to work well. And then this microphone I was just now using was not even working. And I understand why, because the damn microphone was off. The damn, I had the thing on mute. Silly stuff like that. But anyways, I got some videos coming out. Apart from the resort stuff, I've been doing some research because I'm seeing folks, on YouTube and going from places to places. These travel YouTubers that tend to spend like maybe a few weeks at a time in the country, and I like to be able to experience that. But at the same time, if I go someplace to really, really experience the place, I think it'd be good to spend like at least a month. At least a month. And to even go further, you could spend like 3 months, 4 months, or even 6 months in the country. That'd be dope too, because you'll be able to get the real essence of that country and how you can fit into that country. But in a lot of those countries, you got to have some sort of visa. You can't. In many countries, you can't stay beyond 3 months, 90 days. Some countries go to 180 days, but most countries about 90 days or even 30 days. You can't stay beyond that on a tourist visa, right? A lot of these places, you got to have some sort of visa or residency. So I've been doing some research on what countries I can actually go to using the remote work, digital nomad, purpose of getting a visa. And a lot of countries, believe it or not, a lot of countries offer a visa just for that. Yeah, you cannot work in that country on that type of visa, but you'll be, I guess, at some level, a part of society in that country where you can get a ID, where you can, get a feel for the country to figure out is will this be the type of place that I like to stay full time or for a long period of time. For those of you who are looking to get a second passport, you may want to look into that. There's a lot of countries that give retirement visas, that give digital nomad visas, and it'd be a way for you to get into a country and really experience the country. I know that you living in Brazil. Well, I said living, visiting Brazil, and I was in Brazil for about 10 days. You reach a lot of obstacles when you don't have that CP, what do you call it, CP number, which is basically like a cellular number here in DR, or maybe the equivalent of a social security number in the US. Yeah, you cannot, like, I couldn't rent a scooter. I couldn't rent a bike. I couldn't I couldn't get a cell phone plan, or I couldn't I couldn't order food using the equivalent of Uber Eats. It's just there was just so many roadblocks because I didn't have that CP number. And I'm thinking I like to go to Brazil and stay for a long period of time, maybe a month or two, to really get a feel for the country and get to see the country. But if I got that kind of roadblock, I'm not going to want to spend an extensive amount of time here because it just makes simple things, is too difficult. Yeah, you can use the CP number of someone you know there, but I mean, I don't want to have to go through all that. It's just sort of like I know here in DR, on a much lesser scale, some folks catch roadblocks if they don't have a cellular number. Some places they're not going to be dealing with your passport number. They want you to have a cellular number, a number, your ID number. Excuse me, ID number. I remember reading in one of the forums, expat forums, where a guy could not get. They brought, what is it, Elon Musk? He got some sort of I think it's called Starlink or whatever. It's a satellite internet service or cable service or the both. It's in DR right now. So one guy was talking about how he was getting that set up, but he couldn't get it set up because he doesn't have a cellular number. And he had to use the number of his neighbor, which his neighbor allowed him to use to actually get that service. But I don't want to have to go through all that. So sometimes when you want to go to a country and you really want to be in a country and experience it and get a feel for it, it's good to if you're a digital nomad, why not just go on a digital nomad visa while you're there officially? You don't have to worry about crossing the border after 30 days or 90 days or 120 days, whatever the case may be. You don't have to worry about that. You can just sit back, absorb the experience, and do what you can to enjoy yourself there. So I've been doing some research on that, and I found that a lot of countries, I mean, it's to the point where I was just, my eyes just got tired of reading all the different countries and different programs and qualifications and all that stuff, where it feels like out of how many countries are there in the world? Maybe 200 and something. Out of those 200 countries, I say about anywhere from 50 to 75% offer some sort of digital nomad visa or retirement visa. And I'll be doing a video on this where I'll be getting really into detail with all this, but for the most part, the digital nomad visa is for folks that work remotely. And then you have another one where it's the rentista or the passive income visa, where you have to have some sort of passive income in order to qualify for that visa, which could be a retirement, or which could be disability or Social Security, which could be some sort of savings or investments that you have that you're getting money from, things like that, but not something actually that you're actually working for, right? That's more so the digital nomad visa, where the rentista passive income visa, that is for folks who have a passive income, and there it is. And then retirement visa is usually geared towards retirees or people who hold a pension. Then there's some countries that do like a combination of all that. So there you have it. The only thing is, a lot of countries offer various amounts of income qualifications. You have some countries that are as low as, I've seen, most countries do 3 times the monthly salary of people who the average person in their country, right? So in DR, for example, that amount is $1,500. As you can say, maybe the average person or average family brings in $500 a month. So that's about right. Brazil was the same thing, $1,500. But then I've seen other countries where it's $2,000 for Argentina. I've seen $3,500 for Mexico, and I've seen it be even more expensive. I think I saw in Taiwan. Taiwan was like almost $6,000 a month. And some of those countries in Europe, like Italy, Spain, Greece, they also have really high numbers as well. So it all depends on what you're trying to get out of this experience. But a lot of countries offer some sort of opportunity for you to stay there long term, and that's also a way to get into the country if you want to work towards getting a permanent residency and citizenship, second passport. That's your way in. Some folks don't really care about that, but a lot of folks are looking to get that second passport, third passport. So that's the way you can go about doing that. Some countries you can get it quick. Some countries take a longer time. Some countries have strict amount of time you got to spend in the country while you're on that visa or residency, or when it's time for you to go apply for that citizenship, naturalization. Or you have some countries where, look, you just gotta like pop in and out at least once a year or once every 2 years or once every 3 years. Yeah. Then it goes into the countries where you can actually buy your residency or buy your citizenship. And that's a whole nother story. I ain't really get into all that, but if you're interested, let me know and I can make a video on that. But yeah, that's basically it. That's all that comes to mind. If I don't have anyone popping in, then I'm going to call this a wrap. So like I said before, I am broadcasting this live on my 2 channels, the Profe Gallo and the Profe Gallo en Español. Porque yo tengo I have that other channel in Spanish because yo tengo mucha gente en mi canal que habla español. Yo tengo muchos suscriptores que habla español. Entonces, yo vivo aquí en Santo Domingo. Entonces, para mí es obvio que yo debo hacer un canal para tener un canal para ese público. Yo no tengo muchos suscriptores ahora en este momento, pero estoy creciendo poco a poco y poco a poco yo voy a hacer muchos más videos. Voy a cubrir temas sobre cosas aquí en la República Dominicana o temas para la gente que solo habla español. Uh, but that's it. I mean, I don't have anybody popping in. I don't have anybody with any questions. So there it is. If you got any questions, I mean, even if you don't catch me on the live, you can always catch me on Instagram. Shoot me a message on Instagram. You have any questions about, uh, here in DR? I'm very much embedded in DR, the Dominican society. I'm a resident. I have my residency. I have my driver's license, my cellular. I have bank accounts. I've you know have a credit card. I rent a place, and I'm even in the process of buying a place. I I I've I know a lot of Dominicans. I've been in many parts of the island. I frequent a lot of the resorts here. The only thing I really don't do here in DR is go out, like go to like clubs and stuff like that. That's probably the only thing I don't do that a lot of folks tend to reach out to me to ask. What are the clubs like? How you been in this club, that club? Like, I don't even go, man. To be honest, I don't even go. I'm more into. I want to go out. I'm gonna go out to relax, or go out to eat some good food, or maybe do some sightseeing. But that's it. That is it. So, if I don't have any questions, this is it. Muchas gracias por venir a mi canal. Thank you for tuning in, Profe Gallo. Da me gusta, give me a like, subscribe, share with your friends, family. Comparte por favor con toda tu familia, tus amigos, tus colegas. And that's it. You can catch me every Sunday around noon. I'll do about 30 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, probably not more than an hour, depending on what's going on. But that's it. Have a good day, people. Peace.